hang on. Before we get started, I forgot to show off Min Min's alternate colors last time. Let me fix that. Okay, on with the video. How's it going, everybody? My name is Tentacle, and welcome back to more ARMS. In the last episode, we took down level 2 of the Grand Prix with Min Min. This time, I'll be going through level 3, and I've chosen Helix. And as you can see, I've already cleared level 3 with him, because this is actually my third attempt at recording this episode. I'll explain why in a bit, but first, I gotta show off Helix's alternate colors. And this time I'll just put them on the screen right now. Just hold the left control stick in and push it in one of those 3 directions while selecting a fighter to change their color scheme. For this episode, I think I'm gonna go with this one. Alright, let's get started. Ladies and gents, back away from your microscopes, cause you're tuned in to the ARMS Grand Prix. I'm Biff, and I'll be your commentator this evening. As always, I'm here to talk all things ARMS. Right now, all eyes are locked on the man of mystery and test tube titan, Helix. He's representing the famous ARMS laboratories, the epicenter of all ARMS-based research. So just how will the result of a science experiment fare outside the lab? We're about to find out. Stay tuned, because the ARMS Grand Prix is about to start. And our first opponent is Min Min. Everyone enjoys eating a nice bowl of ramen, but getting beat up by one? Not so much. Helix is a bit of a noodle himself, though, so maybe he's got a chance in this fight. Okay, so Helix is a very, very strange character. If you hold down the dash button as Helix, he'll duck and start moving around on his own. And if you hold the jump button, he'll stretch, allowing you to freely control his body while still being able to punch. Yeah, a very, very strange character, this one. I remember when I first started playing ARMS, I avoided playing as Helix because I just found him so difficult to use. And it is also worth noting that if you use Helix's stretching power, then he will have a bigger hitbox. So keep that in mind. And it doesn't really help that the arms that I'm using right now, the blorbs, are bouncing. So that means it's actually really difficult to hit my target. Also, that was a completely unintentional Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story reference. Okay, now for Helix's other 2 arms. First up, the Ice Dragon, which is the one I'm using on Helix's right arm. That's basically the same as Min Min's dragon arm that I used in the last episode, but it shoots a freezing laser instead of a fiery one. And the other arm that I'm using, the Guardian, is our first example of a shield arm. If you punch with it once, it'll travel really slowly and block any incoming punches. You have to punch with it twice to make it behave like a real arm. So yeah, Helix's body manipulation powers combined with his really, really technical arms make him one of the most difficult characters to master, in my opinion. But once you do get him down, he is super fun to play. Oh, great. This is the last fighter that I didn't want to see. Or the last fighter that I wanted to see. Watch out for his quick step after he charges up. It's one weird moving dude versus another. It's gonna get weird. Yeah, since Kid Cobra has the fastest movement speed in the game, and Helix has very weird arms, it's gonna be not fun for me. I can already tell that much. I just gotta make sure that Kid Cobra doesn't use these snake boards. That's actually what they're called. Otherwise, it'll be impossible for me to hit him. Okay, not really sure why Kid Cobra didn't go all out there, but whatever. If it means I don't take as much damage, then I am happy. But yeah, like I was saying at the beginning of this episode, this is my third attempt at recording this. The first attempt went absolutely fine, and I actually won. But while I was exporting the gameplay from my capture card to my computer, I accidentally cut the process short. And during the second attempt, I actually lost in the semi-final match against Springman of all characters. And of course, I absolutely destroy Kid Cobra in the second round while I'm going on a rant about my failed recordings. Alright, now it's time for some V-Ball. And we already know how this works, so I'm just gonna skip it. Oh, and by the way, I actually forgot to mention this. Helix's Blorb arms are actually the first case where we have an arm that can blind your opponent. Come on. I'm trying to explain it here. Whatever. But yeah, like I was saying, you probably noticed this during my fight with Kid Cobra, but every time I hit him with a charged hit, then he got covered in the same goop that the Blorb arm is made of. That's what this game means by blinding your opponent. And there's only one other arm in the entire game that has the blind trait. So, it's gonna be really fun when we show that off. Whoa! Are you serious? Okay. That's a tie. So that still technically counts as a loss. It is actually really helpful to use Helix's stretching power, so that way you're constantly at the same height as the V-ball. But it also helps to have good aim, of course. Oh no. No you don't, Master Mummy! Oh no. Here I am just punching away like a madman. Oh no. Get over there! Yeah, whatever, I'm still gonna win. It'll be impossible for Master Mummy to catch up. There we go! Alright, next match. Hang on, have I fought Ribbon Girl in every single episode so far? They've got her latest jam pumping over the PA system in here. Enjoy the tunes, Helix, but don't lose focus. Yeah, I really think I fought Ribbon Girl every single time. But I guess when you don't have a very diverse character selection, then you're bound to see a few repeats in these battles. Also, how do you like that? We both took damage from that firebomb there. How did that miss? I did not mean to grab there, but good thing I ducked in time. Come on. Okay, that was a little too close. Let's switch it up a bit. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. What is with me? I'm just suddenly not having any trouble at all. Now, granted, that mess-up during the V-ball match was kind of my fault. But anyway. There's the guy that I lost to last time. Oh, whoops. I accidentally skipped over that text there. I was still in button mashing mode. I think I remember from my last recording attempt that Biff said that Springman looks like someone out of a comic book. Which was pretty funny, I gotta admit. But yeah, going back to what I said earlier about having my recording sessions fail twice in a row like that, I've come to the realization that Helix is just not my character in this game. Now, hopefully, I can actually remember to... what am I trying to spit out? Hopefully, I can actually remember to export this gameplay in full this time. And I'm not really sure how I was able to grab Springman there, but whatever. Also, Springman is really packing a dangerous combination of arms there. He'll be able to stun me with his Tribolt arm and then use the Boomerang arm for some heavy damage. I hate that I have to resort to spamming grabs so much, but if it gets me the win, then I don't care. Oh, I almost got him. Okay. But he's one hit from being defeated anyway. There we go! How do you like that, Springman? You're not defeating me this time. Okay. Now it's time for some skill shot. And once again, we already know how to play this, so I can skip this text. I'll try my best to not skip any of Biff's text in future episodes, because some of it is actually pretty funny. I just messed up a little bit there with Springman. My bad. Anyway. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Yeah, getting hit by a shock bomb in skill shot can be pretty devastating because the stun time is actually a lot longer than it is in a regular fight. By the way, it's a good thing I just now noticed this. Misongo is actually using his Glusher arm on his right arm. That is the only other arm in the game that bounces, just like Helix's Blorb arm. I'll be sure to go into what arms Misongo uses in depth whenever we fight him in a regular match. But for now, we're up against Twintel. All of the major media outlets from around the world are here to cover her fight. They've even got crane cameras. That parasol arm is actually going to be pretty devastating, seeing as how it can block pretty much any attack. Oh, and just in case I never mentioned it, the other arm that Twintel is using, the Chilla, is basically an ice-type version of Springman's toaster arm that I used in episode 1. And here I am describing all these arms like they're Pokemon. Oh, I almost got you again! Hey, Shock Bomb, doing me a favor. Okay. Oh, and there's Twintel's third arm, the Thunderbird. It flies in a really fast curve, and it's powered by electricity. Master Mummy has the only other bird-like arm in the game, and that's called the Phoenix. But instead of electricity, Master Mummy's Phoenix arm is powered by fire. I'm trying my best to remember how everybody's arms work in this game, so in case I ever miss something, I'll be sure to cover it in the bonus episode. And that'll be after I finish the final level of the Grand Prix. Oh, come on! She's one hit from being defeated! Are you serious? Am I about to lose? No, I'm not! Okay, that was way too close. Okay, now it's time to fight Lola Pop. For this match, we're taking it to the streets. It's a literal street fight, people. Even if this is Helix's first, that's still more than most 2-year-olds. Yeah, that's pretty funny. In the beginning cutscene, the text on the side of the screen revealed that Helix is actually 2 years old. Fun fact, that actually makes Helix the second youngest character in the game. We have yet to meet the youngest. But when we do, I'll be sure to mention it. And down she goes. Oh wow, she's using her clapback arms both times. This is actually a really good scenario to use the Blorb, because you can just get your arms to bounce right over hers and hit her for a lot of damage. Oh no. Okay. This is, I gotta say, this is actually a lot easier than it was the last 2 times I attempted this. And that takes care of Lola Pop. Now it's time for the semi-final. And we're up against... oh no. Another fighter that I didn't want to see, Ninjara. Ancient ninja techniques allow him to disappear in a puff of smoke after blocking a punch. Will our blob-like buddy find his footing or be left punching thin air? Yeah, Ninjara actually showed up during both of my failed recording attempts. And he cleaned my clock both times. Because of that right there. He literally did nothing but spam guard and grab. And throwing in a few, shall we say, mean punches. So I just gotta make sure that Ninjara doesn't have any chance to attack. I also gotta remember that when he starts guarding, that's the perfect chance for me to throw out a grab. We'll give him a taste of his own medicine. Isn't that right, Helix? And that's how it's done. Now let's see if we can do that again. You know, believe it or not, using only one blorb arm is actually a pretty good strategy, because it allows you to angle your grabs a lot better than if you have... Excuse me. It allows you to angle your grabs a lot easier compared to if you had both blorbs equipped. And down goes Ninjara. The ARMS Grand Prix Grand Finale is here at last. Listen to that crowd. The fans are fired up. It's Helix versus the Comish Max Brass. The champion of the Grand Prix will be decided here in the highest fighting ring in the world. What's waiting for Helix on the other side of potential victory? We're about to find out, because this is it. The Grand Finale, the final fight. And hopefully I don't mess it up this time. Once again, using Helix's blorb arms is actually extremely helpful here, because you can stretch, jump, and then immediately throw a punch to make it over Max Brass's Kablammer arm. I also like how Max Brass did absolutely nothing to stop that firebomb. Pitiful, my man. Pitiful. Oh, great. Now he's got two Kablammers. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I guess that's what happens when you have Joy-Con drift. Yeah, you see how I was able to angle my grab a lot easier? Because I was only using one blorb arm? That is actually a pretty good strategy. I used that strategy during my failed recordings, but I never bothered to mention it. Oh, I almost got him. And down he goes. Victory is mine. Look alive, people. The awards ceremony is about to begin. Let's take a look at the final results. Well, that's almost a clean sweep, if you don't count the tie. Get ready to go crazy! The winner of the ARMS Grand Prix and your new Grand Champion, the Man of Mystery, Helix. From experiment to ultimate success, congratulations! And finally, I have another successful attempt. Now let's check out the badges that we won. No, that's the gallery. I'll talk about that later. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even realize I had used Helix a total of 50 times across all those attempts. And no, I don't want to do that. Stupid drifting. Jeez. I really gotta send in my Joy-Cons to Nintendo. Okay, so, next time on ARMS, we will be taking on level 4 of the Grand Prix with Mechanica. And starting with episode 4, I will be streaming the rest of my ARMS Let's Play. It's just, I really don't want to have insanely long recording sessions, and I figured if I streamed the rest of this Let's Play, it would put much less pressure on my capture card. Anyway, until then, this is Tentacles signing out. Take care, everybody.